For today's tutorial, I hopped onto Etsy to take a look at the summer wreath best-selling trends and came up with our creation for today. I'm going to leave a full materials list for you below in the description of this video, and I'll also leave a link to my Etsy shop if you'd like to purchase today's creation. Let me just take a quick moment to welcome anyone new here to the channel. Stillwater's Wreath Designs is all about step-by-step DIY wreath tutorials, and I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and join us. Okay, let's dive in. The materials and supplies that we'll be using today will be an 18-inch grapevine wreath base, your florals and greenery of choice, a good pair of snips, and your hot glue gun. The first thing we need to do is take a few minutes, grab our snips, and trim all of the loose pieces off of our grapevine. Be sure to trim the front and the back side. When I took a look on Etsy to see what was trending for this summer's wreaths, I can tell you that there were very few Deco mesh wreaths, and basically everything that had the best seller label was floral-based wreaths built on a grapevine base. So today we'll be using some fuchsia, bright pinks, some tangerines and oranges, lots of greenery, and a little bit of wildflowers. I grabbed all of my florals from Hobby Lobby. You guys, quality really matters, so make sure that you're getting a high quality floral for your wreath. Go ahead and plug in your hot glue gun, and the first thing we're going to do is trim our greenery bushes. I've grabbed both my large and my small snips so that I'm ready to cut down my floral bushes. And what we're going to do is open up the bush and trim off every single stem from the entire bush. We'll be adding greenery into the wreath first. When you're trimming your greenery, you basically want to cut your stem off about 2 inches below where the greenery ends. That's the end that's going to be anchored down into the wreath, and you don't want it too long so that it doesn't stick out the back. Let me just take a quick moment to set aside my greenery and show you my hot glue gun. This is a Gorilla glue gun. Really, guys, the glue gun itself doesn't matter. The most important part is that you use a good quality glue stick so that your pieces don't come undone. Okay, let's dry place our greenery into our wreath. This is an 18-inch round grapevine wreath, and what we're going to do is take those greenery pieces and anchor them into the wreath at an angle about a hand's width apart all the way around the entire wreath. We do have one stem left. We'll hold that off to the side and trim that down for some filler pieces once we've completed our wreath. Okay, now it's time to anchor down those greenery bits. I'm just going to pull them out one by one, run a bead of glue along that stem, and place the greenery piece right back into the wreath. Okay, let's get some beautiful color into this wreath. So I've grabbed my floral bush. This again is from Hobby Lobby. And as you can see, there's some purples in there, but we're only going to be using the pinks and the oranges. So we're going to grab our cutters and trim out all of the pink and orange stems from our bush. Now, most times when you grab a floral bush, the greenery bits will slide up and down. So I typically slide those greenery pieces up where I want them to land, and then I trim off my floral pieces one by one about 2 inches below where the greenery ends. Now that I have my florals all trimmed down, I'm going to go ahead and sort them out by color. But let me give you a little pro tip here, guys. Typically when I'm working with florals, I always like to tug on the top of that flower just to make sure it's securely attached to the stem. If it's not, just use your hot glue gun to reattach it firmly so that it doesn't fall off. Okay, let's go ahead and trim down our hot pink flowers. Okay, let's get our florals added in. I've got twice as many pink as I do orange, so I'll be following a 2-to-1 pattern. Make sure when you add your florals in that you're going both on the inside, the top, and the outside of your wreath for a nice full coverage. We're going to dry place them just as we did earlier, and then we'll come back through with our hot glue gun to anchor them down. Here's a little pro tip for you. Consider all of the spaces between your greenery as sections. That way you can repeat the same pattern all the way around your wreath. I'd like to add a little bit of neutral cream colors into the wreath just to really neutralize it. And so I'm going to trim out those few cream stems from our bush and add them in. Those cream color stems were just what this wreath needed. Okay, let's glue them in. Oh my goodness, you guys, this wreath is turning out so beautifully. All right, we've got one more step. Let's grab a few greenery bushes, trim them down. We're literally taking all of those individual bits and trimming them right off the stem. And we'll work our way around the wreath, and any place that needs a little bit of filler, we'll anchor them in. And this beauty is finished. It is so full of lovely florals and greenery. What a showstopper. It's about 24 inches in diameter and probably about 7 or so inches in depth. Perfect for your front door summer decor. Thank you for spending time creating this with me today, friends. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps my little channel to grow. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Happy crafting.